This is genuinely insane. As if this season couldn't get any better, as if this road trip couldn't get any better, the Toronto Blue Jays come up against the best pitcher in baseball in Tarik Skubal and send a serious message and absolutely destroy the Detroit Tigers. And what has seemed to be, at times this season, almost just unbelievable to watch. This is the real deal. This team is elite, and they proved it yet again against Tarik Skubal in an absolutely ludicrous win that had a bunch of crazy events. We're to break down the win, discuss what it means going forward, and of course discuss Kevin Gausman, who looks like a true ace. Folks, a ton to go over today, but before we get into it all, if you're a part of the percentage who aren't subscribed to the channel, this is the place to be for daily Jays content. If you guys are enjoying it, making multiple videos a day, had a video earlier today, a long one with Keegan Matheson, MLB Insider. Now, of course, we're talking about the big game against the Detroit Tigers. Let's dive right into it. Let's not waste any more time. What a game this was. Now, there's a lot of things to go over in this one. I mean, there was the George Springer weird, I guess, tag up that wasn't a tag up where he got tagged out. We'll dive into that, but I want to touch on a few different things. The best team in baseball, the Toronto Blue Jays, went again coming in against Tarik Skubal, who is the best player in baseball, or the best pitcher rather in baseball. Davis Schneider, of course, starting versus lefty, goes 0 for 3. Lo Profito comes in later, knocks a hard single. George Springer with a great game offensively, 3 for 5, a base running blunder. We'll dive into that a little bit later. Hit an insurance home run later. He's having an unreal season. Vladdy, fantastic game, 2 for 4 with a walk, and one of those was the best swing of his season, which we'll dive into as well here in a minute. Like, keep in mind, most of these at-bats were against Tarik Skubal. He went 6 innings, and he is absolutely nasty. Alejandro Kirk got a double against Skubal in his first at-bat in the top of the second, but went out with, which I'm assuming is, and we'll get updates as, things continue to come out here, I assume is concussion-like symptoms and concussion protocol, because he got hit with a foul ball while catching. It was a little bit, he was fine, stayed in for a little bit, and then, of course, went out. It just came out. I'm reading here. He's being evaluated for a concussion per manager, John Schneider. So he is being evaluated for a concussion, which makes some sense. So he'll probably either be fine or go on, the 15-day IL or 10-day IL, whatever it is. And ultimately, that's something to really keep an eye on. And of course, we will be keeping you up to date. Also, if you've made it into this video right now, there's some interesting watches in Ramon Laureano. Kobe Mayo, as of the time of recording right now, just came on to pinch hit for Ramon Laureano. So maybe a trade is on the horizon. The Jays have been linked to Ramon in the past. We're going to keep you up to date every step of the way there. And it's that time of year, right? But regardless, I went a bit of a tangent there. Alejandro Kirk, hopefully he's going to be okay. Heineman comes in, and he comes in against Tarik Skubal with a man on second and third with 1 out. Not a situation he probably wanted to be in. Bunts through the ball. Vladdy gets drilled at third. That was the first base running blunder of the game. Bichette hit a double as well. Bichette's been unbelievable. He hit the game-winning single, of course, in this one that scored 2 runs. Ultimately, they put up 6. Berger, tough night against the lefty. Clement getting back on the board. Miles Straw getting a hit against Skubal. And Leo Jimenez will hopefully be replaced soon. But this game was filled with blunders by the Toronto Blue Jays. Vladdy getting picked off at third. He got nailed. And then the weird George Springer play where bases loaded, 1 out. Heineman is up again. And which is funny because he had a lot of high leverage spots. You're supposed to be in Kirk's spot, and Kirk already had a double, so it is what it is. Heineman gets a single, but it's a shallow pop-up, so Springer's going back to tag. The ball drops. Springer's running home. The center fielder scoops it on the run, throws an absolute bullet, and then for some reason, which we know now, George Springer looks towards the second base, holds up at home for a quick second, and he held up long enough to get tagged out at the plate, not scoring a run against Skubal, where a bunch of things went down. My quick thought on that, Skubal, did a masterclass. He pointed at second. George Springer saw that, thought the throw wasn't even going to home, looked up, got tagged. The catcher of the Tigers could have also just stepped on home plate. It was a force out at home, but he didn't do that. So a bunch of weird stuff going there. But guess what, folks? Sportsnet talked about that enough. They talked about that for an hour straight in the broadcast. So I'm not going to, harp on it too much. It is what it is. Weird things happen in baseball. Springer made up for it with a home run. He made up for it with hard running and scoring from second on Bichette's single to the right side. And it is crazy. And speaking of crazy, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. with the cleanest swing of his season. Just a hanging curveball, an absolute moonshot, 408 feet, 105 miles per hour off of the bat. See here from Thomas Hall, prettiest swing we've seen from Vladdy all season. He's had a few of these lately. Feels like it's about to carry this offense for a bit soon. His last 15 games, he's been absolutely dominant. He's been dominant in general, really since the All-Star break. But of course, the power has still yet to go through. And at the end of the day, this is a truly special team. This is a truly special player in Vladdy. And if he gets hot, the Jays are. It's so crazy. Springer also 3 for 5. The Jays have now, in the past, few games, destroyed the Yankees, destroyed the Tigers. Even if they lose tomorrow, they still won the series. They now own tiebreakers over the Tigers, Yankees, Red Sox, and Mariners. They are in such a good spot. It's obviously not a fluke anymore. This team is absolutely special. We'll dive into Kevin Gausman in a minute. And they're going up. They destroy Max Fried. You go up, you destroy Tarek Skubal. Yes, he gave up 0 runs, but you get him out early in the 6th inning. You have the bases loaded. You battled. You should have scored probably 2 runs if it wasn't for their own blunders. And in a game where the Jays had multiple base running mistakes, weren't looking their best, your starting catcher goes out, which means Heineman's in the 5 spot. You beat the best pitcher in baseball in the middle of an AL race to remain first in a league in the MLB, first in the division. The Yankees lost today. They're now 6.5 games up in the New York Yankees in the division. It is unfathomable is the word. And are they going to go out and make a move? You can check out the video from earlier today with Keegan Masson to see what he thinks. But I also want to give credit to Kevin Gausman, who kind of lost in all this. 1 hit through 6 innings, 10 Ks. He is back to being full, prime peak Kevin Gausman. And then, of course, you get to go through this game because of the home run by George Springer, because of the home run by Vladimir Guerrero Jr., because of the home run by Nathan Lucas. They can now go out, and they didn't have to use any of their high-leverage guys. Yariel Rodriguez is available tomorrow. Jeff Hoffman, who was warming up, didn't have to come in the game. Brendan Little's available tomorrow. Everyone is available. And man, oh man, is this team absolutely special. Absolutely special. And man, I am excited to continue to watch this team. They play again tomorrow. Like, it feels like a dream. I've covered a couple of videos that this is the time to go all in if you're Ross Atkins. And again, we're still I'm refreshing Twitter right now because Ramon Laureano seemingly was removed from the game, might get traded. We'll see about that. Not entirely sure. Let me know in the comments if anything, after the fact, what comes out. And of course, I'll keep you up to date as soon as it happens here. But let me know in the comment section. Of course, I'll know if the trade happens. Let me know in the comment section. Do you want Ramon Laureano? Just say yes or no. If you made it 7 minutes into the video, I'll heart the comments. But it's been a truly incredible game, right? They go out and get a guy like Ramon Laureano. They go out and they get somebody else. It is going to be a special, special season. Go out and get a guy like, Dylan Cease. Really throw this team over the top. The pitching staff has been so good, and this was the best pitching matchup of the season. You're going Gausman versus Skubal, a playoff-type matchup. Gausman's going head-to-head with the best pitcher in baseball. He outdoes him. The Jays back him up despite some big blunders, and you come out and you win another game. They are absolutely dominant. I am just over the moon. And guess what? We're right back at it tomorrow. And of course, we're in the middle of a 12-game and 13-day stretch, or maybe it's 13 games and 14 days, whatever it is. And then after that, they get a little bit of a break where it's like 3 days off in 10 days and a doubleheader Tuesday as well. So keep that in mind. They play the Orioles at 2 p.m. or 1 Eastern and then 7:30 Eastern. So it's going to be a crazy one. But folks, let me know down below what your thoughts are. We'll keep you up to date with every single trade as it happens, and enjoy the ride, folks.